Hey, how y'all doing again? My name is Mark Johnson again. I'm coming to you again in my little room here. I just want to talk again about my case. Shout out to Donald Trump for being correct about a lot of the things that's happening to him is going to happen to us, and I'm right in testimonial on that is happening. Going back, and I'm gonna try to stay on topic today. Is I'm involved with a company called Easy Knock or EK Realtors out of New York. Donald Trump is correct that we are being attacked by him. And I'm hoping that one day that before September 16th, that he could come out here and help me win this case. Because of right now, I'm without an attorney and I have to face Judge Canellis, who is somewhat suspect. Let me go back to New York. The New York Supreme Court, the New York Marshals, principal capital based out of New York, and the law firm is based out of New York. And they got together and put an old case that they had filed against me. Here I'm out of Illinois, about 20 miles outside of downtown Chicago. But they went and took an old judgment against me and brought it to 2023 and took $5,800 out of my account. Ace Bank took another $100 for them. By the time they was done, I had $158 left in the account. This happened in April of 23, so just last year. Then Easy Knock came along and said, "Hey, we can give you some money to close, take some equity and stuff out of your home." So I entered into agreement with clearly defined repayment, clearly defined what was the monthly rent because they want to do uh, a sale and stake. But as we get into all of the details, we find out that the city of Markham, where I stay at, said that you know what, there's no evidence that Easy Knock even purchased your home, but they had given me $75,000, but they didn't purchase the home like they said they would. In order for us to do the sale and stay, you got to first buy the property. They didn't do that. The city of Markham listed 10 things that they need to have been done. They didn't do it. Joan Clay, my attorney from Village Legal, she came along and cited seven other things that needed to be in there. In fact, she made what Markham did was a part of my defense. So I wanted to kind of go over some of the things that I kind of gone through already. On May 20th, and you can go to my LinkedIn page and we are uploading this information to help you understand what I'm talking about. But he put a denial in for the 10-day notice period when it started, when it ended. On Clay clearly outlined everything that is supposed to be when the 10 days started. And if you ever get a chance to read over everything that's going on in there, clearly the judge made something up. And I went and I filed against him, which our case is at 555 West Monroe. And it's the State of Illinois Judicial Inquiry Board. And this was done on May 31st, where I went down there and I filed against him. I filed against him because it was a lie. It was nothing but a lie. My attorney pointed out 20 years of service out there, had already argued. The point is that the time had expired for them to come out there and to file the motion of eviction, which they filed it late in October. But this judge, instead of them doing the right thing and throwing the case out and let it go to Chancery Court, this judge want to continue to move forward with this case and have been. But I believe my attorney, she did such an excellent job that they had to get rid of her in order for her, for none of the defense motions that she made for me was not able to be entered into. And because I don't have an attorney and being able to call all of these witnesses, the first witness I'm gonna call is George Canellis if I was gonna do it, because he will have to answer about this 10-day charge. So how can he even be a part of the case? The lawyer that came in as representing the plaintiffs, they all conspired, including a black female judge who will put her reputation on the line as to sit there and let this man lie to me. And I challenged him. He stood up. Well, I'm not going to talk to you about your case with you up there. So I go outside and I talk to the attorney that represents the plaintiffs. And I said, why are you guys doing this? You already know that your case doesn't supposed to be here in the Chancery Division is where it's supposed to be. But the 10 days had expired. Clay would have never put that case together if that wasn't a viable defense for me. We're here to find out why New York, I guess, might be taking down Trump's 175 million and laundering it and giving it to companies like this one and letting this company take and buy properties in every state. And every time you look around, once you go online and look up Easy Knock, EASYKNOCK, Easy Knock, you'll find out, man, that people are kicking them out of state, kicking them out. They can't work in our state. See, it's another form of countrywide, which I don't know, a few years back, somebody like Lisa Manigan, she put the hurting on them. She crushed these people and tell them they don't want to operate in our state anymore. So they come in under a different name, but doing basically the same thing. Now, they didn't verify my income or anything like that. Told me I'd given them money out there, and I said, okay, you got to pay us $1,300 a month for rent, no problem. I did that. And now, as I listen to the Democrat convention out there, I don't understand why somebody like Kamala Harris is going through and said that she would have prosecute people like this. I have, we want our women to step up and start doing. No way should this case have still been going forward with Pringwinkle down there as president of that board down there. Kwame, another black man in place out there, just filed a lawsuit against them. Some company that's operating the same way out of Florida. He filed on April 16th, 2024, that Kwame filed a lawsuit against MV Realties, PBC LLC, and MV Realties of Illinois LLC as well. You can look it up. They doing a deceptive practice and the same thing out here. You can't get mad at people for fighting for what they believe in. This is a house here that I owned since 1970. Yeah, I wear Make America Great hat because I still want to make America great in my eyes sight, just like you. Anytime a politician come to you, they always have a vision on how they're gonna make America great. I believe that she believes everything that she's talking about. Kamala Harris and the other man that's running with her, they believe in all of that stuff and how to make a country great. If those things that she's doing is going to make America great, then say it. You making America great in your own sight. Make America great. Make America great by making sure that the people don't have to worry about losing their homes because they got into a slippery situation with somebody else. And I got to file down at 55. I got to go over to 130 East Randolph, Kwame's office down there, Attorney General. I even went down to Springfield and filed and talked to the FBI about the case. Tiffany Henyard out there, the FBI is looking into them, but not into my case where this talking about potentially tens of millions of dollars in real estate losses all over the country. We shouldn't have to do this. We shouldn't have to face a judge, Canellis, who is on LinkedIn Supervisory of Felony Review, Cook County State's Attorney Office, January 15th to the present, so on and so forth. Supervisor's Office of over 50 assistant state's attorney that review felony charges in Cook County for law enforcement conduct. He also did, and you'll read some of this stuff out here that he's doing. George L. Canellis, Canellis. In his summary, he has here highly accomplished, motivated trial attorney with a successful 17-year courtroom track record, proven experience to logically and effectively analyze status case law and factual data into some shit, and be concise and persuasive in both written and oral communication, resourcefully and able to anticipate and evaluate all issues and produce professional results while adhering to the strict conduct of evidence. Can you believe that? Judge Canellis, I have the municipality, which is Markham, stating that there's 10 things wrong, that this is no evidence of it. And they even went further and said that the stay and lease part of the contract is null and void. All right there in writing. Cook County said we have the RTLO, Residential Tenant Landlord Ordinance, not a law, an ordinance, that this client has violated my rights under this RTLO. Ms. Joan Clay, Village Legal, came out there and clearly outlined it. The state said that we're entitled to a jury trial. Everywhere you look, I won the case, but yet I'm going through a judge who may have taken a bribe, who's doing something underhandedly, want to give this guy a victory out there because they can. They outlasted my attorney. Now I don't have an attorney to fight this case, and I go to court on September 16th, 2024. So I'm asking for help to be able to come out and get this to Donald Trump and ask him to look into my case if he can and send somebody here to help, do a rally out here because I'm running for the school board again to try to make America great again. We had a 95% failure rate. I know I'm jumping all over the place again because I got so much passion into what I'm trying to get accomplished out here too. I'm just as passionate about making students believe that they can come out here and make it in the world, but they can't do it if they got a 95% failure rate. Barack Obama School out there on 165th and Park in Markham over there is at a 2 and 3 out of 10 in every category. Well, I think I might have seen another 4 out of it, but all of it is below 50% for sure. I'm heading asking anybody to look over my LinkedIn page and read the material out there, and we getting it all uploaded and then trying to make people aware of it. Easy Knock is a company that is stealing people's property. The case should have been dropped a long time ago, but unfortunately, I'm dealing with a corrupt type of individuals, and it was sad to see that black woman who was a sitting judge sat there and let this man lie. Prewinkle sit there, president of the cook this board, judicial board, and everything else. She let it go too. All these black people and that is in charge in these decision making down here, and why don't they do their job and be fair about it? Be fair about it. All the prosecution of Donald Trump down there, different things like that. Shit, he made his billions in the private sector. But you got all these black people and white that'll sit out there and make millions and millions and millions of dollars. How did they become so rich doing public service work? When we come out here and we fight for our own community out there, you're going to be in opposition to a lot of people, like the mayor here in Markham, Roger, and all the rest of them. They trying to find out how they can put me out because I won't go in there and let them do whatever they want to do, and that's destroy our community. I'm going to be going into all of these areas out here and explain it. But as you probably can tell, I'm not second or third video or whatever and trying to come out. And I got to really hand it to all those people like Charlemagne and all those people out there and Candace Owens and stuff and whoever else is out here that's doing all of this type of progress. Larry Elder, who I tell this Larry Elder, I met him at the RNC last month. And he took one of my packets, and I'm hoping that he would pass it along to the people that could help me, even if him, Leo Terrell, and stuff like that can come and help me fight this case. But I'm hoping and praying that things will work out. But if not, I'll just keep believing and trusting in God. I think we all need to worry about trusting in God and doing things out here that will allow people to live free and not have to worry about, well, if I don't like your candidate, we'll kill him. See, that ain't right. If you can't beat him, I mean, we can't choose the person that we want to lead our country. We gave y'all the country, the Democrats. I'm a Democrat, registered Democrat. I don't see the need to change my. I can still vote for whoever I want. Will Kamala Harris win? I don't think so. I mean, would you think that uh, RFK is going to take votes from her? A lot of people are going to come in and either vote for Joe Biden or write Joe Biden's name in there. And those are going to be the two factors that she can't do anything about. 14 million people. You imagine there's 7 million across, which is half the number that he has? Not going to win it. She got too many latches on her. They got too many latches on them. They're not going to be able to win that because people going to write in Joe Biden's name and vote for him, and she won't get it, or they'll hold back like they did against Joe Biden. I want to thank y'all for listening, and I'm going to keep trying to do this every day. I keep skipping days and stuff, but I'm going to continue to try to outline and read a little bit from George Canellis, room 209. George Canellis' name used to be right down here. George Canellis' name is no longer on there, so they did remove his name, but they didn't remove him from the bench. And I want to just continue to move forward and try to make sure that he's no longer in my case, and the case should have been dismissed. Should have been dismissed. Thank you for listening.